Welcome back everybody to the Useless Mr. Muncher, a horror game show, and as you can see today we're going to continue with Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. I now did about 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours in this game, divided over 2 videos, and we had a blast. I had such a good time playing this game, so that's why I want to keep playing it. We are going to a new location today. I'm going to explain a little bit during the beginning where we walk through the whole shop. Watch the first 2 episodes. I highly recommend it because it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of lore in this game, a lot of background story to the specific ghosts that we encounter in this game. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to hop in, we're going to have some fun. But before we do, if you're new to the channel and here and you like me a lot already, leave a subscribe or like. But for now, let's hop in and let's have some fun. There we go. Let me see. Everything is running correctly. Yes. Alright, there we go. See, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting more popular right now. Even some good music is coming. Ooh, that's actually dark. Would be awesome if there's a ghost coming to this location. Why do I say that? Because we actually pick up relics from a specific location. And I think there actually are not going to be any ghosts in this location or at our office. This is our office. This is actually the museum, if you want to know and you're new to the channel here. This is the museum part. All this is actually for all the locations that we are going to play over the whole course of Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. We started with Evergreen Lane. As you can see, we have some very important information already. So that is archive. We have already 2 relics that we got from the girl and from the shadowy figure, the shadow ghost, and I think this is actually the Shadow Screamer, his name. Still have to figure out everything about... Oh no, we already know everything about the poltergeist at this location. But we still have... We can't release him in this location because it's not implemented yet. You can do residual ghosts, that's why we released the girl. You can do shadow ghost. The rest we can't do yet. That will be there in the future. But for now, we are going to a new location because at Evergreen Lane, we did everything. We still have to do the residual ghost on Polk Street. So we're going to go back later today there. But for now, we are going to actually go to the office. Right about here. I'm curious how much money we have for now. Maybe we can actually buy some new equipment. And then we're going to hop into the new location. But before we're going to do that, we need to bring some notes. Okay, that's a good amount of money. Auto camera, that's actually 500. I really need that one, and I want to have it. Audio devices. Ooh, parabolic microphone. That would also be awesome, though. Parafox. And we already have the parabox. It was actually pretty creepy when we used it. It's actually very good equipment to find out if there are any voice phenomena on the specific location. It's really quick. It helps you out very quickly, and evidence actually brings money in. And you have just 2 types of evidence in this game. I can show you here right now. For instance, we go to Evergreen Lane. We're not happening, but you see this child is released. You see that this is EVP recorder, so that's completely full, and you have photo cameras. But you can also have an event. So it says audio, pics, or events. That's what you can actually, as proper evidence, find about a ghost to help him release and actually get everything done. That actually gives you some more money. But during the gameplay, during the investigation, you can also do normal or get a normal how do you say that? Normal evidence to gain actually some XP and money, because XP is turned into money. So we're not done on, yet on Evergreen Lane because we still have the what's his name? Connor. Yeah, the guy that sadly hanged himself because he couldn't handle the stuff. Yeah, he had a hard time in his life. So we still have to figure something out about him. Figure out his story. But I think we know everything about him, but we just have to find enough evidence still. But we're not going to do that now. We still have to do... we can actually release the residual ghost on Polk Street, and we still have to figure out the kid there and the garage ghost. See, we still have a lot to do, but I would actually like to go and have some fun on Dolores Jefferson Street. Why Jefferson Street? That's actually a funny thing, because I think there, or out of my source, I know that there's actually a demon present on Jefferson Street. And we might be able to get some evidence on it. So we go to the church. Why also, I'm still new to the game. Still learning everything though. Well, I learn quick, so we can actually also go to Church on Spruce Street, but that's actually a way bigger location with multiple ghosts on different locations in this specific area. So it's kind of semi-open world. Same is for the lighthouse. I think these are just the location until now that we can actually play. I'm not really sure about that. I want to take a quick peek. Spruce Street, that's actually the church. Jefferson Street. And then we have, I think, this area for... what is that name? The lighthouse. So yeah. And after that, this developer is not sitting still. Because as you can see, there are many locations here that we can go to. See? But I think that's not implemented yet into the game. I think they're working on it, because this is going to be a very big game. There are just 7, and what is it? 5 locations that we now got the emails about. And we can get all the ghosts on that specific location, on these locations. So, but we go to, yeah, let's go to Jefferson Street, right? I'm in the mood for Jefferson Street. Alright. So, Conrad, please help me. My name is Dolores Slocum and I am the mother of 3 children. Ceci, Bernie and Evie. Or, yeah. Cece, my oldest, I'm gonna call her Cece, my oldest child, has been worrying me with her behavior and this is why I'm contacting you. Oh, this doesn't sound, this is not promising. Crap. To put things simply, I feel that I have been the best mother I can be, but my Cece's beyond my reach. I don't want to disclose too much, but she has gotten herself in quite a mess recently. It's gotten to a point where social services have been out of my home and questioning my ability to parent my own children. Holy crap. My god. It may seem ridiculous, but I believe she may be possessed by some terrible spirit. Oh no, this is gonna be creepy, ladies and gentlemen. She did not always behave the way she does now. In fact, I distinctly recall her behavior changing rather abruptly about 3 months ago. We have lived in our house for about 3 years. Within this first 6 months of living here, from time to time I would see shadow passing in my peripheral. So okay, shadow goes there as well. I work so hard, I work so much and I'm exhausted most of the time, so at the time I figured it was just me being so tired. However, 6 months after my initial sighting, I started to hear a woman's disembodied voice from behind the walls. At first, it seemed like maybe our neighbor had their TV up too loud, but now after the last visit from social services, she started talking in tongues, so different languages. Okay, we're going after the demonism, so I'm gonna grab this as evidence. As I started to reflect on everything going on, I started to believe that there is something paranormal going on. Over the last week, I've been trying to be more observant, knowing I was going to contact you. It seems like the shadow appear around the bedrooms of the house. I have heard the woman's voice in almost every room. On the main floor, but not as regularly as I see the shadows. Okay, so it feels like she's talking about 2 creatures here, 2 entities, a shadow figure and a demon. But from my feeling, the woman is actually another intelligent being on this location. So we might not have a residual ghost at our hands in this location. As I stated before, we can only release a... what was it? Shadow figure and residual ghost. The rest we can't release yet. It will come soon, promise. That's what the developer promised as well. But we have to wait a little bit more. From what I have read online about these occurrences, I'm convinced there's some kind of spirit in our home. I'm looking forward to your response. I just want things to be normal again. Dolores Slocum. Slocum? Alright. So yeah, we're going to just go after the demon. Because I want to see a demon for the first time in my Conrad Stevenson's career. Right? But that means we need to have some stuff on the house as well. And we don't have anything at all. see. So I'm going to actually take all the notes with me that's possible. Because, you know, we might find some evidence already. Started talking in tongues. Just click. Click. Sit on bedroom voice in most rooms. Okay, so let's just bring that because we need to find a lot of stuff on the location actually to figure out or to go back and to go in again to that investigation with more specific information on a specific ghost. So yeah, let's hop in. Jefferson Street, here I come. Jefferson Street, where's Jefferson Street? Yeah. Going to be horrible in the future, all those locations, but I would love it. Oh no. I'm actually afraid to go in.
I feel terrible about Dolores' situation. Possession is such a controversial topic, and quality help is often difficult to find. I guess the best thing I can do to help is determine if anything paranormal is going on in their home. If it is, then I should obtain as much evidence as possible.
Probably is.
I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
That's what he always says. So we already have enough equipment with us. Okay, so there's also a garage. Can we actually go to the neighbor's house? No, that's not possible. Okay. There might actually stuff happening in this garage as well. So we need to figure that out. I think there are gonna be 4 ghosts in every location, but I'm not sure. It can be that there's actually 3 or just 2. But we always pick up the EMF. And this one. We're not gonna use... There's a demon, eh? So a demon can actually respawn on EVPs. That will be awesome. But yeah, we're gonna go with the standard equipment. Later on we switch around. Well, I don't know this house. That's actually a creepy thing. Because the first 2 houses that we played, I know them from earlier playthroughs. And I got goosebumps for no reason. Luckily that cross is not turned upside down, so that's a good sign. Please protect me. Oh, I have such a bad feeling about this. Right. Alright, what I taught myself to do... No. Oh, I saw you there doing that. That's not appreciated here. I'm honestly afraid. That's insane. But what I taught myself to do is actually try to find important information that we can use in the next investigation. So we're gonna turn on the lights. For now. Somebody's walking upstairs the whole time. You stay there. Okay, so we found something. This is about Cecilia's local. So maybe Ceci. So it's about the daughter. That's good. That's good. Can take that into the next investigation and learn more about the demon. What's this? This is about Dolores Slocum. About the house, I guess. Mrs. Slocum, your eligibility for in-home support service will cease as of January 1st, 2022. The reason: during the last follow-up, Renee tried to restrain Cecilia during a violent outburst. Cecilia overpowered Renee, knocking her to the ground where she bumped her head on the floor. Renee suffered a concussion and filed a form of dismissal from this case. In review of the incident and many past events, we decided to withhold assigning another social worker to monitor Cecilia at home. Please understand our position here, as our caseworker safety is important. Okay, this is also about the girl, so that's actually good. Good to know. I feel weird. And not weird, like something is happening, but it's just creepy, this house. Where are you?
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
And I said, it's a new location, I'm not used to it. Is there an upstairs? Oh, nee. What the heck is that? Okay, that's just dust, it seems.
The EMF meter should not be
Doing
this
great.
way. This is paranormal.
Let's turn on the lights. The reason why I do that is to find the notes that we need. And actually to teach ourselves a little bit of the layout of the house, so that we can actually figure out next time. Or we can actually, in next investigation, go in blind, basically. I'm not happy with this. Not at all. Next note. Alright, this is about Christine thought she could feel a presence in the basement as she folded her afternoon laundry. She could have sworn she saw a shadow moving back and forth in the corner of the utility room. Feeling a little verb. The room always has weird burned and warm mirror. Alright. Who is this? This is about the shadow figure, I guess. If we want to go hunt the shadow figure in this location, we need to bring that note. Alright, so. Oh no. Whoa! 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 I fucked it up.
That was a very unusual noise.
Oh, we got it!
That is evidence.
We got it! Oh yes, baby, we got it. Ooh. This ghost is aggressive. Holy crap-a-moly. Please stay away from me. I don't know what kind of... Ooh, another paper here. Nice. Depression or possession. Rhonda Defoe, a 20-year-old woman, was charged with shooting and killing her family during the brisk spring evening in 1992. Police responded to a call from a resident in Old Town, a few miles west of the historical district, around 11:30 p.m. When they arrived, Rhonda was found on the sidewalk in front of her home with a lever action rifle by her side and blood on her pajamas. Oof. On approach, she appeared to be unconscious and emergency services were called. Rhonda regained consciousness while receiving first aid. She began lashing out in a roar of curses and screams. That's a demon. She had to be sedated on the side to ensure everyone's safety. When officers arrived at the front door, one of the officers reported that he could feel the house rumble, but quickly chalked it up to a nearby train line nearby. Oddly enough, the train had been down for mains that night. Also, the doors in the home would not budge even though they were assumed to be unlocked. This is a terrible location to do ghost investigation, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good. The officers eventually broke the door down and searched the interior of the home. They were not prepared for what they found inside. All Rhonda's family was murdered with the lever action rifle, which was by Rhonda's side when the officers arrived. The victims were all found lying motionless face down in their bed. Nay. Barely this. Oh my god. This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, with the lore behind what happened at a specific location. Wow. Their daughter Rhonda had a introvert personality, but still had a circle of friends. Allegedly, after settling into the new home, Rhonda became ill, not a true sickness per se, but a mental break, as her father once put it to one of the neighbors. Okay. A couple of neighbors gossiped about Rhonda dabbling in witchcraft and satanic ritual with her friends, which was the catalyst of illness. Kathy, Rhonda's mother, begged, differed, and denied any mental break, and rationalized the illness as the daughter trying to figure things out. Okay, so she was possessed. I'm not going to read everything because maybe we find another note that actually fits on it. So there's actually a very intense demon here. And that's not a good sign. Woo! I'm done. I'm out. 1 out of 8.
That is eerie audio evidence.
That's different. That's a different ghost. Okay, so we need to do stuff here. Okay. I think this is gonna be better for us. Now we know how the house looks like. Let's actually try to get some cold spots over here. There's something here now. Let's check if actually the crosses are still hanging normally. That might help us actually. We can turn everything off. Wait, what? Okay, we heard that though, but it's actually... Oh wait, what we can do actually here downstairs is we're doing an EVP session. Yeah. Let's actually try to get an EVP session here. Or at least a question.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Oh, the generator just shut off. Well, no, basement out. I'm done with the basement for now. We need to get some real evidence from Bonnie. We need the automatic camera. That's scary. It's creeping on the background. Okay, we turn off. I'm gonna leave that light on for sure. That's my sacred corner. Oh no.
What was
Okay.
that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Yeah. I'm out. Bye. Bye, demon. Where's my truck? We're not leaving, but I'm gonna grab the other one. The other spirit box. Do this.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me?
Okay. Let me point towards here.
Is this your home?
Please give a sign. Alright, let's go to the basement. With this one. It would be cool. Let's check that out. Oh, this is so creepy, this game. It sounds like she's walking here. That's why I took a picture. Okay, we need evidence though. Alright. Well, I saw something standing there. Let's go downstairs. Maybe we can find a cold spot over here. Oh, come on. Don't make me scream. Oh, no, I want the other one. Alright, let's just ask some more questions. Nothing?
Can you tell me your name?
Give me your name.
Wow, I really think someone is trying to communicate with me. Do you like the current family living here?
Not giving us anything, right?
Like to
Because I don't think we have enough evidence or enough information with us about a specific ghost. So it's going to be very inactive. There's some things will happen. What we're gonna do? We're gonna find our evidence, get the heck out of here, and actually never come back. Don't be standing behind me like the other dude from Evergreen Lane. We're gonna place the camera here as well. Okay, let's do investigation. Cold spot. Let's find a cold spot.
Looks like just a cold spot. Nothing paranormal.
There's a cold spot here. Whoa! That's a cold spot. Holy moly. Why did you turn on the light? Why did you do that? Did you turn this on as well? Come on. Nothing, eh? Alright.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Come on then.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
Probably not, right?
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
This is an awesome.
Wow, that sounded like a response. That is very interesting.
Indecipherable. Alright. That's definitely a demon. That's creepy. Alright, but we're gonna try now to actually get some cool evidence. Still need a photo. And we need still temperature meeting, right? And EMF? Oh, EMF already did the hit. No. Not brave at all. Not brave at all, Amelia. I'm not brave at all. It's fuck the shit out of moment. It's the mother? Yeah, as well. Oh, you heard that as well? That's from downstairs. See,
wow,
the demon
that's
is
great audio evidence.
demon is talking from downstairs though. I think if we can take more evidence about that though, demon's gonna manifest. There are two pictures of a demon. That's right next to me. It was somewhere here. Come on. Get a cold spot before. Cold spot, nice. That's cold, eh?
These temp readings are unusual.
Are they now? No. Keep standing there.
Something is
Done.
going on here. These temperature readings are
We
definitely
just need a
paranormal.
picture. But we can do that when we come back the next time. Oh, crappy. Oh, let's make it interesting. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait. I don't care who started it. The light is on again. Hope it's manifesting itself, at least one ghost. This is creepy. Ooh.
Incredible. I captured a ghost on film.
Wait, what? Where did she go? She crawled up on the wall. Bye. Bye. We gotta have this. And they turn on that light. Well, Jefferson Street, we will be back in a bit. This is insane. I love this. I love this so much. This house is really, really creepy. The demon voice though. Alright, let's go. Yeah, this is why I do this. This is, that's why we need the normal evidence. Well, this brings the money in. So that we can actually buy this automatic camera that we need. So that we can place it, for instance, downstairs and actually get a picture from the ghost. From the demon, maybe. Alright. I'm doing pretty well. To be honest. It sounded awfully like there was a demon here. That's just us sitting there. Alright, we're gonna go quickly into Wiki. Demonology. I don't wanna know about that. Demons. When a demonic entity has been determined to haunt or locate, spiritual leaders of the home choice may get involved in an effort to cleanse the home. Expunge the demon. I just want to read that because I want to make sure. Or actually I wanted to know if we can release a demon, but I hope he will have possibility later to do that. That would be actually awesome. Alright, so what I want to see as well. We hop away again. Non-existent, okay. Wanted to know if the poltergeist actually talked to an EVP as well, or an EVP device. So, Jefferson Street. We had a she may be possessed note. We're not following the shadow now. Almost the body voice. CC talking in tongues, that's creepy. With woman voice in almost every room. It seems like the shadow appears around every... Okay, so we have two things about possessions, right? Right. Archive. Jefferson Street. This is about Cecilia Slocum, so let's take that with us. This is about the demon as well. Kavy died suddenly. These outbursts may be demonic. Whose puzzle could do this be? Yeah, that's a good question. Could sworn she saw a shadow. I don't know if we need to take this with us, but we're gonna bring it anyway, because we need an extra note. Alright. There we go. Still need to find some stuff though. We might find it right now. Oh, we are definitely going to encounter the demon this time. A lot more. Probably the physical form as well. It takes a form as a kind of a little bit of more of an innocent creature or maybe a human, or maybe an animal, I don't know, but that was explained in the wiki. But it can also show himself in his true form, and I actually want to see that though. Jefferson Street, I don't know what this means, but the relic of a demon is under construction, so we can't get away from the demon, or we can't find the relic at all. So we're gonna just explore a demon on this location just for fun, and then we go actually go back to Polk Street and actually get release the residual ghost. That's what we're gonna do today. You want to investigate this location? Yes. Okay.
I feel terrible about Dolores' situation. Possession is such a controversial topic, and quality help is often difficult to find. I guess the best thing I can do to help is determine if anything paranormal is going on in their home. If it is, then I should obtain as much evidence as possible. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Alright, there we go. Let me do one thing at my right here. Need to write something down. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Very hot in this room again. Alright. It's countering the demon time. I don't want to do this. I so don't want to do this. We have to. We must. We must help these people. Bring them their house back. Alright. So where might he be? Gonna take the camera out. Something is happening downstairs, it sounds. Actually... He's upstairs. I heard a bonk. Like a very hard, or not hard, but thump. Like boof. Alright, there we go. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I thought that there was actually someone standing there. Hello. You here? With us? I'm actually... Honestly... Nope.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Nope. 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 I'm out. It was here, right?
Wow. I'm not sure what's more impressive. I took the photo, or I'm going to survive this.
What happened? What happened?
That's the worst game of tag ever.
The demon's walking around the house. He just came through the freaking door. No, no, no. What battery died? That's still there. I'm sweating immediately. Oh, we just got attacked by a demon. We got attacked by a bloody demon. Something with the battery died, right? What battery
Looks
died?
like the batteries are dead.
Yeah, from the camera. Alright. We got his picture. In his true form. Otherwise there's too much sound. Let's go downstairs again. I want to see him again. I told you we're gonna see him. As soon as you take more evidence of him with you, he's gonna show himself. Manifest. Let's actually ask some questions here. Turn off the light and let's ask some questions. He came here. And now it can be possible that he's now somewhere else. Name. What is his name? Probably not gonna tell us anyway.
Can you tell me your name?
Nah.
Why are you here?
Gonna go over all the questions here.
Why are you here? Do you like the current family living here?
I think we got too close to the demon.
Do you like the current
That's why
family
he actually
living here?
smacked us, kind of.
How many people are here
Come on, give us a sign,
other
go,
than me?
demon. And listen to his voice
How many
later.
people are here other than me?
Nothing
Is there
at all.
anything you'd like to tell me?
I assume nothing as well.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
Did he possess us right now? That's possible.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
I think we have to go upstairs.
Is there
Might be
anyone
upstairs.
here who would like to speak with me?
Got awfully quiet here. Walk around a little bit. It's really quiet. Is the demon still here? What?
These temp readings are unusual.
Where is he? Alright. I assume that's actually the woman that's walking around. But we basically don't have any evidence on her with us, so she's not showing herself that much. Be awesome, this game. Okay. Might be somewhere else a cold spot. No. Just normal temperature readings. I don't know what he's actually reading. I know it might be possible that he's...
Looks like just a
Here?
cold spot.
No,
Nothing
it's not. It's
paranormal.
not. Keep reading. Keep reading. Mr. Conrad. Mr. Stevenson, you are a bloody fool. Told you he's here. Or someone is here.
Something is going on here. These temperature readings are definitely paranormal.
Definitely paranormal, yeah, for sure. Other stuff. Go downstairs again, maybe he... Oh!
Incredible. I captured a ghost on film.
We found both of his pictures. What the fuck? Okay, he's... Honestly, I thought this would never happen in this game. He's actually... So, we can actually... Wow. Mind blown.
That's the worst game of tag ever.
It's not killing us, the ghost, but it can attack us. Maybe there are actually some intelligent ghosts that will attack us as well. But this demon is actually hunting us. This is insane. This might also the only demon in the game for now. Well, we got him. The eyes actually scared me more this time. But do we need to have more? We need more evidence on him, though. Talking. Now it happened actually here. So. What evidence do we need?
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Yeah, me too, but why don't we have a photo? We made 2 photos of the demon already. Why is it not counting as evidence? That's silly. Something went wrong. Or is it maybe... Do we have the pictures? I hope we do have the pictures though. We're almost done with the demon already. It's pretty cool. But we can't release it. It will be in the future.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name?
Alright. Well, you know what? It's enough with the demon. Because I like to go next time back actually to visit the demon again. It's actually awesome. Not immediately finishing the demon up here. Because I think it might be the only demon left at this location.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
Ooh, we're almost done. We're gonna go out. Alright, so we're gonna actually do the EMF reading somewhere. Let's go. We need the money. Where did you go? Standing here? Oh, we need, by the way, more evidence. More notes. I now see everywhere red lights and I think it's the demon looking at me. It's only terrifying. This basement is also terrifying in my opinion.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
Ooh. Something pop up there. I think so, because I saw a light here. Where did you go? Come on. Actually, I think the generator. Where are you then? Oh, we were so close, mate, with getting the evidence for you. EMF evidence. Might be evidence up here. What's happening with the sound? There we go.
The EMF meter should not behave this way.
No,
This is
okay.
paranormal.
We took pictures of the demon many times, but it's not recording it on our evidence list, so it might be bugged out a little bit. We're going anyway. Because that was a hell of a awesome investigation run. Actually, I got scared by the demon. Ooh. Some unusual sounds recorded during the investigation. Unusual, you sure? Why? We had so many unusual sounds. By the way, there are also a couple of achievements that I actually want to get during all the videos that we're gonna make. Because they're actually achievement that you can earn here. That means, or the achievements are, to actually get 500 XP on every location that we have. So we're going for that. Blow the fire orbs. Where's the other picture? No, no. You're not gonna tell me that's actually the only picture that we can take of the demon. Because we saw a lot worse than that. feel like there's a demon now in this office. No. How much coins do we have? Oh, we're going the right way. Alright, let me check one thing before we go. I'm getting quick at the game, as you noticed. It's also nice. Jefferson Street. See, we have one more. There are 2 pictures actually. 2 of 1. Actually, I want to see this hanging around there. Yeah, we're going for different ghosts right now. Ooh, but we can also go back to Oak Street to this guy. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We don't have all the ghosts there anyway. Yeah, we're gonna release the residual ghosts. It gives us a lot of money. Alright, so we go to Polk Street. And at Polk Street there, we already solved the Allen case there. If you want to know about that case, you should watch the second episode on the channel. A couple days ago was uploaded. Widely explained there. So, but we have there, we can also go a little bit to the archives actually. We still need 2 evidence or 2 piece of archived, piece of important information to archive. But we have there an old man. It's actually a residual ghost. Before I go hop into that story, we had Ellen living here, and she was actually a danger to herself. She was the danger to other people. Mrs. Ellen, Deborah Ellen, actually. And yeah, I think she also killed people. Did she now? No, she did not, but she died. And she was a risk for everyone else. It's actually kind of a sad story. And her little boy, David Allen, she actually abused him as well when he was younger. But he also died at that location. His ghost as a child is lingering around. We haven't seen him yet. Because we're not really... There's an intelligent ghost. We're not focusing on him at the moment. Because we actually want to grab all the notes that we have about the old guy. But I don't know... Oak Street. We can actually get more evidence about... Or take more notes about the old guy. The residual ghost. And when something falls off the shelf over my garage. This is actually a poltergeist in the garage again. Or in this, yeah, this area. My youngest child's bedroom is adjacent to the bathroom. Recently he's woken up several times in the middle of the night saying a boy is in the room. He has also mentioned that he has seen elderly men lingering around. So we need that one. Elderly man in the kitchen. Shadow is done. She has been released. Crying in the living room. That's also the woman, Ellen. She's also been released. Someone talking to themselves in the laundry area. Who stepped through the house? That's also the guy, I guess. So see, we don't have much to take with us. And that's a little bit of a problem. So what is this? This is David Allen. This is for the kid. Alright. See, we don't have that much going on. Blue Street. This is also for the girl, for the woman, I guess. Yeah, because it's about the divorce that they went through. Let me see. We can also just take the notes about the boy with us. Might help as well. We will never know for sure. Maybe we do need to do a quick walk around that house to actually find some notes. Maybe I've overseen the last playthrough. And lingering in the kitchen. Footsteps throughout, change create gateways. David early and links. David's report card by laundry. Okay, there's a boy in the bedroom. We're gonna see the boy probably. We're gonna explore a little bit of the garage. We don't have anyone in the garage, or we don't have evidence of the ghost in the garage. For some reason I'm on edge because that mirror now scared me. It felt chills through my whole body. I'm not even sitting straight. What the heck is going on with me? Well, maybe the problem is I'm addicted to the game and it's 1:30 AM. It's also dark here. I hear things walking around in my kitchen. It's creepy. Honestly, I hear stuff, but I think it's my cats that are playing around. Alright, let's hop in. Folksy, there we go. Because I don't wanna hang around too long on one location. We can just go here and then actually go to different location again. But now we should focus on 2 locations per video. And I think the actual bigger location we can focus on 1 location or that specific location in that video, because otherwise, or it gets a little bit boring in my opinion, or it gets too wide that we're not following the story. So as I said, this is Ellen. We released her. She had a horrible life, abused her son, was very aggressive, but also towards us. But now we released her and she's now going to heaven. And we're now going into and find out about the older guy, hopefully.
The Lorentz have a bit of contrast within their family about their home being haunted. It's interesting that Max is not convinced,
Max is the
yet
husband.
The rest of his family is concerned. He also didn't provide any information stating he debunked their concerns. Sometimes skeptics just want to dispute everything. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Alright, there we go. Grab the stuff. I think we don't really need that much more of the grandpa, because we need 1 more sound evidence of him anyway, and then we can actually release him. We're gonna do that. I'm completely messing up my my OCD is not working with this. So let's say, oh, I'm messing this up. Now we pick up this one. Then we pick up this one. And now we pick up the camera. Come on, camera. Come with me. Nice, there we go. Oh, sweet, here we come. Let me immediately go into the garage for a sec. Wait. Light is flickering. Alright. This poltergeist is actually pretty aggressive, as if it's the same poltergeist that I've played against about a year ago, or even longer actually than that. But then it was just aggressive ghost and that's it. Alright, so... yeah, because I was actually looking for notes. Things to pick up. Newspapers. Alright. Close it. For some reason, the second playthrough is not really always with FPS as good as the other one, because now it's slowly going to the 100. And before we had actually... It's the boy.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue
the old man?
investigating.
Might be the old man though. But this is just for money, as I explained before. He can show himself. That's actually pretty awesome with the residual ghost. That's why I like residual ghosts. They're not interacting with us, but showing himself just as a memory. As a memory. We won't see or hear probably the shadow figure anymore. The woman screaming about.
The EMF meter should not behave this way. This is
Alright.
paranormal.
It's paranormal. That's done. Let's see if we can actually find a cold spot. No, there's not a cold spot at all. Not a cold spot either. Can't wait actually to release a different intellectual ghost and the poltergeist. I think that's going to be very awesome. Oh, Mr. Moon, that was maybe the last voice recording that we needed. In the kitchen. Okay, where was he? Elderly man in the kitchen. So we're gonna focus in the kitchen right now. And then we're gonna find evidence for the boy. Because I think the boy is creepy as hell. Mr. Little Green Guy.
These temperature fluctuations appear to be normal.
Yes. That was awesome, the last episode. I did that as a joke. And I was like, okay, standing here and then turn around and then you're like, this is what the ghost did. Well, we just need the EVPs actually. And then residual ghost is never responding to the investigator. Never. The demon is still in my mind. That was crazy. I loved that. But now we're focused on the old man. And where's the old man now? Wait, maybe downstairs. There might be some stuff here that we actually can pick up. But it might also be that evidence that or information that we find out later because we find actually evidence inside of the house. Dude, come on, show yourself. Not that hard. We already have a picture of him. We're gonna take it anyway when we see him. He actually maybe can... Well, we don't know much about him. That's actually... Ooh, what is this? No. Come on. Oh, no, I do it the same. Come on. Pick it up, thank you. It's not that hard. That's the old man. We have information about him. But we don't need it. But we need to read it the next time anyway. Because we need to know his story. I don't even know his name, so... It's probably just a picture. I really need to know his name before we actually try to release him, so... We do need to go back and find out some stuff about him. So that's actually the next. That's where we might need one piece of more evidence to find then. Somewhere on the ground, probably. Where might it be? Actually a dirty carpet, I haven't seen that before. What is that? That device? Yeah, the old Xbox and actually a PlayStation combined. Just give me information. This old man is very shy. Very, very shy. Because he talked back in the days way more than this. Because we don't have much on him. That's the problem. So, I'm gonna do one more quick run through the house. Find some information, hopefully about the old guy. Something we can open? No? And then we go back and we hop back in. And then we immediately try to find out a little bit more about the old guy. So we can release him as well. My goal for now. Sounds about right. Right? Right? Yeah. Well, then we need to find it actually. There is a basement, I know. Talking to myself here. I have checked the complete basement. Eerie. It's very quiet at the house. Alright, we can't open drawers, so it needs to be or in the closet or somewhere on the floor. And I assume it's always a piece of paper. Storage room. Room. Vroom. Alright, we really need to go through this area. Because, or it's here, somewhere. Or it's somewhere in the garage. It has to be. It really has to be. Oh, I can't think of any other location. Because the most stuff we found now inside of the house. We haven't found anything in the basement before. When generated is not working. Awfully quiet in this house. That was a hand actually. Note, please, come. Somewhere, note. It is actually the laundry room. It was here as well. Where was that hand? Oh, that's the light source. Alright, I think we can't find anything else then. We really need more on the old man. Otherwise he's not going to show himself. But not at all. We basically have nothing this time. But does it really matter? One more. Where did he walk? That was the boy. Get creepy as hell. Are you here, boy? Book or something? I don't know. What's that? He said. Well, we didn't record it, sadly, so can't hear it back. Ooh, we should still do that about the demon. We're gonna do that next, immediately. Before we're gonna focus further on this investigation. There's something here. Come on, there must be. Ooh, there was a footstep next to me. Sounded like. Poltergeists make footstep noises. Okay, the garage is creepier than I thought. Also, the light is very annoying. Okay. Did we actually find a cold spot? No. Whoa! You just got kind of teleported there. That's the same.
What was
okay.
that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Alright. I think we're not gonna grab a photo here. What we can actually do is place this one back. And grab this one. Go in and actually get the evidence for the sound. Can we grab it? Thank you. Why is it so hard to grab now? And actually get that evidence for the money, and then we go and read or see what that picture is gonna tell us. So, there we go. This device is creepy. Alright, let's
Is
talk.
there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Because he's in the kitchen, mostly, the guy.
I feel like someone might be trying to chat.
That was a kid, right? I don't know, you! It's funny.
How many people are here other than me?
Actually, a horrible, horrible sound.
Do you like the current family living here?
Come on.
Can you tell me your name?
Okay, he's not doing that. So how's it going with... Not be explained. Do it here. Anyone here?
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
I don't know, you! Actually, I'm curious how parabolic microphone works. Alright, let's just go, because we're actually quite a while here already, and there's not much happening. Mostly, after like about 10 minutes into a location, stuff needs to happen. We don't earn that much money, so be it. Also a very hard house to actually get the temperature reading. We had a lot of trouble already with it. That's insane that we don't get much of that. Alright. Doesn't really matter actually. Just important to go back quickly. Or not quickly enough, but just with the right information. And we're gonna do that, of course. Oak Street. Kitchen. Get through the house. That's it. And we want to actually... Ooh, audio. That's what we wanted to do. Yes! On Jeff's Street. Kathy Defoe. No. Ghost on fire. What is that? Is that the demon? Yeah, that's the demon, I guess. Does he have to tell us? What? One more time. Sounds like a different tongue. Different language. Can't understand that. Sounds actually like somebody just said a sentence that they recorded and then put it backwards. That's what it sounds for me. Oh, that's just disgusting, man. Is there any... Decipherable was it, something like that, right? Alright, so there's actually... Okay, what I now just realized... I think there were 8 tracks... that we could do with the demon. But there actually are 10 tracks with the go for now that we know. See? So maybe there are actually 2 EVP questions that he responds to. So we need to know that for the next time that we go there. That when we fool around with that demon. Don't worry, it's just a game. Wouldn't do that in real life. Not by a long shot. Alright, so we were actually focused on this guy. Yeah, so we go to Archives and we go to Polk Street. Alright. So we immediately found 2 thingies, you see? It's connected to each other. That's pretty cool. So we definitely need this one. Change, create gateways. Strong emotion, create gateways. So maybe we need that one as well. Because I think that's general stuff. Alright, new Helen Wagner, age 58. Wagner looks happy. So his name is Wagner, probably. Helen Wagner, age 58, of Polk Street, died peacefully in her sleep at home on Friday, November 13th. Helen was born in New Edelon in February of 1906. The daughter of Hazel and Patrick Bergman. She married the love of her life, Harold Wagner. So his name is Harold Wagner. On August 25th, 1924, at the age of 17. Oh, that's actually cute. And the two lived together happily for over 40 years. Oh my god, well done. Energetic and good-hearted, Helen spent her career working as a nurse and only recently retired. She was a devout Christian and an active parishioner of St. Joseph Cathedral, which benefited tremendously from her tireless volunteer work. Surviving Mr. Wagner are her husband, her two children, Richard. Oh, that's what I mean. Okay, the survivors, or the people are still living, is her husband Wagner, her two children, Richard and Chet Wagner, and three grandchildren, Kimberly, Eric and Susan Wagner. Funeral service will be held for close family and parish member at 10 a.m. on November 16, 1964, at St. Joseph Cathedral. Burial will be St. Joseph Cemetery. Flowers and condolences may be delivered to Harold Wagner and their family on Polk Street. Okay, but it is a man that's walking there, not a woman, right? Helen was loved. So this actually Harold. The Wagner. See, the Wagners lived here the first. We can't actually press that one, that's actually sad. And this in general. So what we're gonna take as well is, this is actually really about Ellen, right? But why is it strong emotion create gateways? Whoa. From the residents at Polk Street. What happened here? Always roughhousing. Oh, this was about the police. Yeah. That's they came on a noise complaint, and the little kid, so Ellen's that we already released, she actually abused her son, as I said before, but there was scratching neck, but the police couldn't do anything because the boy said it's just, well, I don't know how it happened, so. But, yeah. Strong emotion create gateway, so maybe that's actually for the son as well. Usual. But I think for the old guy, not. So it's actually, this is the only story that we know about probably Harold Wagner. I'm going to let my balls off if it's actually Helen Wagner that's walking around there the whole time. I don't know why she would do that. We have this one as well. Yeah, okay. So let's actually go and release that guy. And then we will see what we're going to do today. We're actually quite a long time on our way already. How much money do we have? You know, this will be the next run. Go. Polk Street. We just have 2 ghosts, but actually I think there are 4 here. Yeah, yeah, it is 4. The child we still have to figure out on Polk Street, and the poltergeist. First we're gonna release him, and then we're gonna do some other evidences on Polk Street, and maybe then after that.
The Lorentz have a bit of contrast within their family.
Yes, we know this. We know this. Always the same. Maybe after that we go back to Jefferson Park and actually, or maybe actually we go to Evergreen Lane as the last one to figure stuff out about Connor. It had a hard life. We need EVP. Because we need one more sound for him. And then we can actually... yeah, release him. Send him to his wife, probably. Can't wait to do that. Hello, Harold. Harold is here somewhere. He's probably gonna be way more active right now. As soon as I said that, I got goosebumps. Mostly just walking here. You always need to wait a little bit until the game starts. My feeling. Actually, we might go after this to Evergreen Lane, right? Yeah. We did enough Polk Street for today. Can always go in the next video back to Polk Street and then do actually the other 2 ghosts. Or one of them. I like to focus on actually on 1 ghost per house. That's a fun thing to do. I feel like then we follow the story also better. I think his I think he's grieving. That's why he died, or this how he died. We need to find his relic. We need to pay attention as soon as we got his relic visible. He needs to show up first, or make a noise at least. Americans look happy. Might be downstairs though. This actually looks from the Wagner family. It's so quiet again. Mr. Harold, where are you? Maybe we actually can do this. Maybe. Thought I heard something. I think maybe finding actual evidence of a ghost, like for instance this. See? No. Actually helps the ghost become more interactive with us. Where did he go? He's in the kitchen, right? He needs to be somewhere here. Come on. No. Don't walk away from me. Hey, he stopped walking somewhere. So bad at this song. He's definitely in the kitchen a lot though. Just popping up. Then actually he's gone.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
Yes, we also need a picture of him. We don't need it, but I want to. For the monies.
EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
Yeah, that's definitely paranormal, man. Oh, that's immediately cold spot. So that's a big cold spot. I think that I found his way, where he walks. No, it's more here. See?
These temp readings are unusual.
He's somewhere here. I don't see him though, because I'm focusing on the thermometer. There he is. Nice.
How rare to take a photo of a ghost. What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Alright. He, as I said, it's just a memory. But he keeps walking up here and down. So that's why we can probably find his readings the whole time here. The other ghosts are way harder to find. But I told you, we got more evidence. Or more information about him. He's more interactive with us. And I think that's a good feature that the developers did it that way. It's a good idea.
Something is going on here.
Right, but he needs to talk. That's the whole thing.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
He's still standing there. That's a good money run, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. But we're not doing it for the money right now.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
Who the heck is that? Oh, is it the boy? Gave me goosebumps. I love it. I want more goosebumps. think the boy is an intelligent ghost. And what's in the garage is actually a poltergeist. We don't know anything about what's in the garage actually. What kind of ghost that is. That will be interesting later on. A whole new begin.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
No, but it's not the right one. Wait, maybe it's also sometimes in the garage actually, and then actually figure out. Maybe he's giving a different interaction in the garage, or our grandpa. But I don't think so, because it's a memory. Always in the kitchen, always here on the stairs. Or now we know here as well. They don't reply to EVPs. There might be another sound device that we need to actually hear this man. Or we just need to be patient a little bit. I have an itchy ear, as you can see. Oh, Mr. Harold. Forgot his last name already. Wagner's, the Wagner family. Come on, Harold, do something about it.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a
Oh,
recorder.
what was that? I didn't hear it. I just heard it. Like what we always hear. Hey, wait. It's a ring.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Okay. I don't understand it. I didn't hear anything. I just by accident pressed the button. So are these the voices that we hear in the background are actually evidence? No, it's not. So he did something. I don't know. We're gonna listen to it in a sec.
That is eerie audio evidence.
I'm all alone. Yeah, we know that one. But I don't know what the last one was. It was something like, hey, hey, hey. So we need to find the ring. We're going to help him see his wife, ladies and gentlemen. He's stuck in this world. There's nothing, right? So everything is paranormal. That's actually pretty good, pretty neat. Now we need to find the ring. So that's the way we're gonna do it, with the lights on. That's absolutely the best way to find the ring. But I assume, if I understand it correctly from the last playthrough, is that we have to go out again and go back. But I'm not really sure about it. Because then his relic can spawn in. Now his relic can't spawn in. But if we do... Let's see. It's actually... What? Hello, boy. Sometimes this game is really creepy. Really creepy. Like I wasn't paying attention to the boy anymore, and out of nowhere in my left ear I heard like, hello there. We don't see a ring here. I think we need to get home. Because it might be in the kitchen somewhere. I'll actually turn on the light maybe. Or it's somewhere downstairs, because that's his areas. Where he goes. We're going. And then actually we're gonna find the ring, and we're gonna take all the... No, we're not gonna take any evidence. We're gonna take the same evidence to the boy, and then we go to... Or to the old man, and then we go to... Evergreen Lane for Connor, the garage ghost. That's, I think, the last ghost that we will do today. Because we're already playing for 1.5 hours again. It's bloody fantastic. It's the time flies when you have fun. I believe I say that every time. I'm also getting a little bit tired now. That's not a good thing. Alright. So 50, that's pretty good though. Total experience points earned at this location, 273. We might get actually the 500 there. Wow. We're actually becoming rich here. Polk Street. Oh, that's cute. Let's find his ring then. And this old man. See? That's him standing there. Harold Ragnar. I think he missed his wife, so we always get the question, what was his, not attachment, but what it's something. It's a question that what is he judging, or I don't know how you call it. He's grief, or he was angry, or whatever. So I really don't know what he was or what he did. Don't know much about him. We're gonna take, be sure, on Polk Street, the guy, so the kitchen, the steps throughout the house. We're gonna take it just to be sure with us. Oh, there's so much here. Awesome. Polk Street. That one. And this one. That's what we need. He's really just happy. Just devout Christian. Lived happy ever after until she died. Alright. Okay, what was he actually saying at the end? That was a good question that we had. Breathing shadow, we're done with that. Perpetual present. Little boy blue. It's green boy, by the way, but okay. It's perpetual presence. That's the old guy. Let's put it up a little bit. Oh. Off. Alright. Where's my watch?
You can see no.
You can see no, or we can see now, something like that.
It's coming.
It's coming. Uh-oh. Talking about a demon?
I just won't die.
I just won't die. It's coming. He's forgetting stuff. He just won't die.
Memorial.
Wait, we might actually. This is actually maybe good. I can't understand it in that way. It's annoying.
Memorial.
I'm bored alone? Something like that? Oh, that's the wrong button.
I wish you were here.
Grieving. He's upset. Grieving. Right. Like, I just won't die. He's forgetting stuff. He wants his wife to be back. Alright. That is actually maybe a good sign. So the relic is now at its place on Polk Street. So we're going walk around there. And then we go back, release him, and then we go back.
The Lorentz have a
And then we go actually last the visit on the Evergreen Lane. What we need is probably this one. Feels like it's that one. Maybe we can actually get some evidence in the meantime for some money. No, but we need space. Need space to pick up the relic. Alright, let's find the relic. I think it's best with the lights on, right? Demons watching from there. You see those eyes? Oh no. Is there a ring here? No. I think the ring is downstairs or in the kitchen. Kitchen ring. On the table. Way better to see with the lights on. The ring here. There's the ring. Oh, he keeps walking there. He's walking here. Alright. Now we need to find his spot. With the smart stick. And actually turn off the lights. Otherwise we don't see anything. Not really close. Is that really in that corner over there? Same as in the picture? No. Alright, let's find his spot then. Don't know what I mean with finding his spot. He has a specific spot that we go to, and we can see it with the smudge stick where that is. If it's going to burn, we are actually the ghost interacting with our smudge stick, so that means that we are on the right spot. Then we can put down the ring, and then we need to do some more steps actually. And then we need to follow the ball of light. Oh, that's actually what we heard pretty well. Where are you? It's actually over here. It's actually over here. Okay. Wait, no. It's here. On the carpet. Right here. We went through the whole house. Well, it actually was here. Okay. See? So, we're gonna follow it. Put on the smudge stick, because that's what we need to do. This is so cool. Shadow figure is completely different. You can see it in the last episode. Then we need to talk to it. See? Which ghost are you trying to communicate with? Harold Allen? Max Wagner? Harold.
I'd like to acknowledge Harold Wagner's presence.
That means that we're doing correctly. I'm helping you, Harold. You will see your wife soon. Oh, we forgot to bring the camera actually. Damn it. What's the spirit's attachment? A wedding ring?
I know you loved your wife Helen very much. It must have been very difficult to live so many years without her by your side.
I think he's depressed. Depressed or grief? That's the last question. Here we go. There we go. Oh, good. What was the spirit's grief upon death? Ooh. Oh. That's a good question. It can be loneliness. What's the spirit's grief upon death? Companionship. What does it mean with the question grief? He's grieving for his companionship because his partner's passed away. But he's so lonely. That's what he said as well. I go for loneliness.
You don't have to be alone anymore. It is alright to leave these memories behind. Helen is at peace and waiting for you to be with her.
Told you we're gonna bring her to her. There he is. We could actually make an awesome picture here. Bye. Fantastic. Pick up the ring. Let's get out. He's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Double check I have the relic before I leave.
Yeah, otherwise we have to do it again. But we can actually bring the relics back, I believe, to a location. I'm curious if you can do that. If you can do all the 4 relics at one go, you actually make 300 XP again. I don't believe that works the same or in that way. Alright. But this gives us actually 75 XP again. We can't actually skip this. That's annoying. Perpetual presence. He's done. 348. We're almost to the 500. Alright. Last trip, ladies and gentlemen, for today. The last trip. Let's see. Oh, there he is. There's the ring. That's the relic from Alan. The relic from Harold Wagner. It's actually fantastic. We have 2 already relics. Also, we did also here the residual ghost and the shadow ghost. Both on both locations. Both locations we still have to do intelligent and poltergeist next time then. But we still don't have the Don't have much information about both ghosts at that location though. So that's actually pretty awesome. We're going back to Jefferson Street, ladies and gentlemen. No. Wait, what? Are we going to do Jefferson Street? Or we're going to do Evergreen Lane? Let's see. You can actually see here what we have to do still. We have the relic. Still have to talk to him a couple of times. He's an intelligent ghost. And we still have to grab this relic, but as far as I know, it's not implemented yet, so poltergeist, so we don't have to do that. Intelligent ghost neither. So we're gonna leave it a little bit for later. I think we're going to Jeff Street as last resort for today, or last trip. Because we might actually find something about a residual or a shadow ghost, so we can unleash them as well. Wait, let's actually see how much money we have. Ooh, almost 500 for the camera. That's awesome. Evergreen. No. Jeff Street. You may be possessed. We know that the demon is there. Shadow passing in my peripheral. Woman's disembodied voice. She's talking different tongues, so she's possessed. Hear the woman's voice in almost every room. Bedroom of the house. We're going with this ones. Let's see what we have on Jefferson Street then. I think we just have everything about a demon, right? So we do have something about a shadow. We still need to find one piece, I guess. We're gonna do that. Whose puzzle could this be? And we're gonna take the other notes as well. This is gonna be the last run. We're not going to release any ghosts anymore today. We did one. That's actually every goal that we have, every video, at least one, if it's possible, if you have enough evidence, of course. One ghost we're gonna do. Different locations. Well, actually take shadow peripheral vision as well, because we only have evidence about the demon. We need to find some more stuff. Disembodied voice. We have that one as well. Shadows in bedrooms. I think that's going to be it. Yeah. Going to be it. We don't have much. Jefferson Street, here we come. Okay, I think this is going to be, if we take a picture of this ghost, I think that's an intelligent ghost again. This is the shadow figure. Or maybe residual. I don't know if there's going to be more. I wonder if actually there's something in the little garage up there.
I guess the best thing I can do to help is determine if anything paranormal is...
Yeah, we know. Girl's possessed for sure. There's a demon living in the house for sure. Holy crap, no, that was terrifying. I hate this house. Let's take this. I was taking actually the same stuff, right? See if something's happening here. What is here? I think that's actually generator. Standing behind the shed. Right behind the garage.
These EMF readings appear to be normal.
Oh, I thought actually he's gonna say paranormal. Ah. See? Wait. There's something in the garden. Are we gonna find out a ghost that is actually... I was standing here, see? It was somewhere here. I think it's still the generator though. Felt like there was something here. Not going to go to the ghost. Hello? Turn that back correctly. Why can't we do that now? Oh no. Thank you. This place is eerie for some reason. I don't feel comfortable playing this location. It's weird. Good weird, I mean. It makes the game creepy. But I mean, definitely gonna play it, of course. Alright, what did we have with us? Whose puzzle could this be? Disembodied voice heard. Voice heard in most rooms. Shadow in bedroom, shadow in peripheral vision. Alright, so we're going to hunt the shadow figure then. He's going to show up. Or she. We don't know anything about the characters yet. Oh, that's what we were doing in the meantime. Looking for the last clue. I thought I checked everything here. Maybe next time I can find actually a better clue. I think it's always on the ground. It has been always on the ground right now, so it's actually kind of easy to find. Pay enough attention to it. Nothing there. Okay. Quite relaxed at the moment. I think shadow figure will be here in about 5-6 minutes. I'll actually try find a gold spot somewhere. Gold spot? Nope. Body car. Yeah, I have my window open. I'm sorry about that. But otherwise, it's too warm in here.
These temperature fluctuations appear
Really
to be
too
normal.
warm. Already 25 degrees outside, even in the night. Or it feels like it right now. I also have a hot PC here. Why? You're interrupting my gameplay. Always happening here in the night though. That the loud cars are coming out. Alright, we're not seeing anything though. Hello demon. I know that you're here. But we didn't bring any evidence with you, so you might not even show up. That was crazy. A lot of papers here, so it might actually be one here as well. We already grabbed one here, so I don't think it's possible that's actually one there as well, so let's go up. It actually looks like an arm. Why is it so inactive at the moment? It's actually very mean. Expected to see more shadowy ghosts. I saw a hand. I mean, like that we could do or touch something. Maybe it's just my mind. Holy hell, that is right. We found the last. Oh, that's a creepy picture. Is that the girl? Nee, 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 nee. Stop that, stop that, stop that. That gave me goosebumps. Can we please turn this around? Game. Not a good sign.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating. The EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
That's lucky. We got seriously lucky there. Great. Cool spot here. I think the mission is starting at the moment.
These temp readings are unusual.
Keep going, keep going. We might get actually... Hello. Why is there such a woof, woof, woof sound? Oh, I don't like to see that. Ugh. One more. One more. Getting a little bit quiet. My apologies for that. And actually also not. The late in the night. Also actually really the last one for today. After that I will to bed. Sleepy sleepy time! Having some sweet dreams instead about the demon. Yeah, I noticed something. Listen very carefully. I'm not gonna talk, but I listen very carefully. I can actually just go there and let me, yeah. Well, and let you hear it for yourself. First time, and then I explain what I hear. Nice.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
Yeah, I know. The other thing is, what I actually heard, the generator needs to be actually switched off before I can explain it. If you stand here, pretty creepy house, but if I stand here and the generator downstairs is actually switched off, it's completely silent. If we walk towards that room that we just came from, it sounds like there's a humming sound, like very, very quiet. And I don't know if that means something. We need one more temperature reading. For the monies. Oh, cute doggy. I didn't even see it.
Nothing
Temperature
paranormal
drop?
about these
No,
temperature
it
readings.
is.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
There's a shadow figure. Okay. And also what I actually a little bit noticed, we're gonna test that theory as well, is that sometimes you hear like the ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, something like that. I think then it's actually getting more and more interactions. Means actually a little bit
Something
like
is going on here.
a mortuary assistant, that you have that notepad that you know that you're getting more possessed. So you have to hurry up. I think that's the same a little bit with here, but not you don't have to hurry up, but that you know more things are happening. This game is really creepy. Okay, one more reading.
How rare to take a photo of a ghost.
Don't run downstairs to the demon! You should not do that, woman. He's not really present now. He's like sitting there.
When can I come out? I wanna play with this fool. I wanna scare him like I did before. For some reason this investigator keeps coming back to us. We were just playing.
Alright, we're actually
What was
doing a
that?
great
I'm
job.
glad I captured it with a recorder.
Oh, we're doing actually a great job. Let's actually get this reading, and then I think I might actually... Oh, it's actually already done. Well, we need more audio evidence, it seems. Very good. This door is creepy. This room is creepy.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Here, now I can explain it. It's quiet. Wait.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
Awesome. But now listen. Humming sound. It makes me uneasy. Makes me feel eerie. Can you say that? Actually makes me want to play the game even more, but very well made by the creator. Actually, let's ask some questions. That's possible. Oh.
How many people are here other
Other
than
than
me?
me.
How many people are here other than me?
You know what we're gonna try? Because if there's actually an intelligent ghost present, it can actually reply. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we actually... No. What I wanted to try, we're gonna do that. I don't know if it works this playthrough, but what I think actually is that we can use the other device, the other spirit box, figure out on what questions they respond, because actually the response is quicker. And then actually pick up the other recorder. Oh. And actually try the same questions with that recorder and actually find out if she or her or that man gives the same answer. Or gives actually an answer to that question.
Is there
Anyone
anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is
No,
there anything
no.
you'd like to tell me?
Ooh, I'll cut my back there. Let's go.
Do you know why I'm here?
Last question here. Then we go to another location.
I'm convinced someone or something is trying to communicate
So,
with me.
why am I here? That was actually the demon. That's terrifying when that happens. Alright, so now we know. On the third question.
Poltergeist, it's a poltergeist, it's a poltergeist.
Okay, shit's happening, ladies and gentlemen. We're not gonna leave yet. You heard a footstep. Is there actually a poltergeist in this location? A lot of noise happening on the background. So, let's ask him why I'm
Do you know
here.
why I'm here?
Hopefully it responds.
Do you know why I'm here?
Of course not.
Do you know why I'm here?
Again.
Do you know why I'm
Give
here?
it to us. But it's responding on that question. You know, because the questions are the same. So I think you can actually do something with it. Let's ask the question
Do
here
you know
then.
why I'm here?
Oh.
Do you know why I'm here?
Nothing.
How many people are here
I don't
other
trust
than
it.
me? How many people are here other than me.
Nothing, eh? Nothing. Alright. Let's grab that one again. And actually turn it on. Just taking pictures. What is happening in the background?
Do you know why I'm here? Is this your home?
No response, alright.
Do you like the current
Sadly that
family
3
living here?
didn't work. It actually says
Why are you
some
here?
same question every time. Do not.
Incredible. I really think
All
this
right.
ghost is trying to tell me something.
Oh, I placed it down. That was actually the sound that sounded like a poltergeist. So, come on. That's the last thing that we're gonna try. Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Why are you here?
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Why are you here?
Joshua. 14:15. 24:15. Why is it Joshua? Alright, I think we did enough, ladies and gentlemen, for today. We can always go back to the Jefferson Street.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
It's too late now. Why is it too late? See, the longer you stand actually in a house, the more interactions you get with the ghost. I think if as soon as you make it darker, it's gonna be worse as well. Maybe it's gonna reply here as well. We got it. We got it. See? Nice.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
Well, we're gonna go back later. We're gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, ghost. Till next time. A couple days and then we'll be back. Adios. Turn every lights off. Leave the house clean. Thank you. Got the names actually that are in, or that owns the house, what I want to say. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Has been long enough today. We suffered some scares. And we had a good run here as well. I think also you can keep doing this on location to actually earn a lot of money. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. As I wanted to say, this is actually the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. You should really watch the first episodes if you haven't seen it. There are really cool things happening. We have still a lot of ghosts too. We're gonna do them all. No worries. We're gonna do every location. Just sometimes we might take a break, but for now I'm really addicted to the game. Yeah, that's actually what I can say. I'm really enjoying the game. I hope the developer keeps on upgrading this game, keeps up giving us more locations, more ghosts, more stories. He's really doing, or they are really doing a great job. So I'm very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing more to say to this evening. I just had a great time. The first time that we saw a demon, I actually really got scared there. This game gives you different way of scares. It gives you different way of being terrified. The most games that we played were storyline, jump scares, throws it to you. Some of those really good games had a good atmosphere, but this overall, the house on Jefferson Street, in my opinion, is a really creepy house. The light setting, the way the flashlight works, the way the demon works from downstairs, the way the sound works from a different room. It's just crazy. I love that house. It makes me feel uneasy. It makes me feel eerie. Can you say that? I don't know. But yeah, you should just watch it. Watch the couple other episodes as well. I just want you to have some fun, because that's the most important thing after all, besides me having fun with the game as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, if you're new to the channel, leave a subscribe and like, of course. You can go into the description of the link. You can go, yeah, to the description of this video and go there to my Discord server if you want to talk to me, if you have game recommendation, or just have a chat with the community that we have there. You can also find another link there. It's actually a link there where you can buy a nice coffee for me that will always have nice energy for the next video. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, thank you for watching. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.